Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am making, as you're possibly aware from the title that I haven't yet decided, that we are making a car in automation and hopefully going to be driving it in BeamNG Drive that looks as sporty and expensive as possible while being, well, at least in the engine, a fairly cheap, useless, normal car. As we are in 2020, I am going for the year 2020, and I had a name for this car, and I've forgotten it. Oh well, so we're going with the 2008 coupe model, the shorter one, and just gonna make it like a normal car. So, corrosion-resistant steel, monocoque chassis, corrosion-resistant chassis, mid-longitudinal because rear in this car is useless, and just a fairly normal double wishbone McPherson strut suspension. Lyre Rich, which is going to be made by Lyre. So we're going for a fairly fuel-efficient car. I've never tried to make a fuel-efficient car, so I don't know how well this is going to go. Aiming for a 2-litre 9.4, and we're just going to go for cast until we need to improve it. It's going to be turbocharged. Going to have multi-point injection. Standard intake, running regular fuel. With a high-flow 3-way catalytic converter and a baffled. We are knocking, so lower down the compression. That is what we're looking at, so lower this all right down. Nothing seems to be improving it really. 28, 26, 28.1 at 167 horsepower. Let's mess around with this. What can we do here? What if we take off the... Ooh. Okay. Just fiddling around with them to see what outputs the highest. That's it's certainly fuel efficient, but it's not exactly powerful anymore. 30 sliders a bit, not much. Again, not much. A little there. And a lot there. Don't really want to up them all loads, but I want to get a bit of power out and 171 horsepower. That seems fairly good to me. We're going to go for the hardtop model. I quite like those when they're thin. Bit of a flare on the back. So, gonna keep the body quality at 0. I'll go rear wheel drive. Manual 6-speed. With a limited slip diff, radial tyres. Hard long life. They are thick. We will make those fairly significantly smaller. Cool. I'll come back to the brakes in a minute. They are probably going to be way too powerful. And on the wheels, actually, let's lower the rim and the tyre diameter a little. And no under tray. We'll have cooling flaps and a bit of brake airflow. Standard interior, standard infotainment. Variable hydraulic, traction control, standard safety. We'll go for gas monotube and just passive. Sport and a much lower ride height. So, wheels. Smaller. Ride height is as low as physically possible. What colour should we do now that we... So, this is supposed to look as expensive and high-end as possible without actually being it. Gonna have dark rims. And now we can get onto the fixtures. So let's start with the front. What have we? What have we got for a grille? There's always this. That looks awful. Unless we can cover it by headlights or something. Let's make that a little taller. Slide it down a bit. There we are. How can we hide these? Something kind of like that. And what kind of headlight can we put on top? How would that look? I mean, those headlights kind of fit the body shape. If we make them a bit smaller and align them a bit better, except for that. What happens if we lower them a little and move them out more? So that doesn't really work. Strap it on there. Slightly thicker. And turn it vaguely headlight or indicator coloured. Look at that. That's a bit better, isn't it? Right, let's go for a plate. There we are. Put that up. No, that needs to be 1 still. That needs to be 3. There we are. So, let's go for a badge. What badge will suit Liar? You know, I quite like that. Boom. Or I could put it up there. Yeah, and then it can be decently sized. Right. What's next? Wheels. Nice. I'm happy with that. Mirrors. Mirrors are fairly important. These are some fairly fancy mirrors. How's about that? Door handles, Tesla. Flip it round. And again, make it that wheel colour. Rotate it a bit more. There we are. Got some vents now. Diffuser. What about just something like this? Small and simple. I mean, it looks okay, I suppose. Tail lights. It's surprisingly square, the back of this. These. Excuse me. They are here, right. That's not too bad, I suppose. Fuel cap. Where should we put it? It's alright. Do we want an aerial? I mean, we have infotainment, so let's give them some way of listening to the radio. That's not too bad. Ah, yes, that's what I was going to do. I was actually going to check the graphs and adjust gearing, etc. 132 miles an hour. It's not bad. So what if I make the front wheels one bigger? That's not bad. It's slightly oversteery. Brakes are okay. Oversteers, damps are hard. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Awesome. Let's export this to Beam. And you join me in Beam, where my car is currently rising out of the floor. And I have to admit, it looks fairly good in Beam. I mean, it's a little high in the ride height for this car body, but other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't really sound like much either. Gears are a bit short. Oh well. I mean, it's nothing amazing, but bearing in mind that it's just a normal car slapped into a fancy body, normal engine, I'd say it's pretty good. Surprisingly fast. Forgot this was a 6-speed, not 5-speed. Well, it doesn't really have an engine note, exhaust note, but it does slide. Question is, how does it handle how the brakes? Brakes are good. Always a good sign when you have good brakes. say that as I drive off into a ditch. Ooh. Not sure if you can hear that, but that's the nicest reversing sound I've heard from a car. Let's try some corners. Well, that was not exactly the quickest, but still. Let's try it here. It doesn't exactly turn very well, and that's the front left completely screwed. Try taking this corner at a reasonable speed. Nah. Okay. So, lap time. We are in Hirochi Raceway, medium circuit. 1 lap. I haven't tried this yet with the ESC, and let's see how we do. Forgetting to change up already. Not best start. I mean, it can take the corner at full throttle. Not much of a... oh, not much to listen to. It's a very quiet car, this. Coming up into what I think is a fairly tight right-hander. Yep, completely missing the apex. As if I know how to drive. Slow down for the chicane. Just about keeping 2 wheels on there. On the curb. It's not best lap. I mean, it is only my first one. I'm going to have another go. Oh, because I keep forgetting to change up, etc. Each car's going to have 2 attempts, unless I majorly screw something up. Kind of like that, both of them. Nice movable road cone. And we crossed the line, 151.5. Let's try that again, see if we can do a bit better, because that really wasn't a very good lap. Away we go with a little wheel spin, kind of mitigated, I think the word is, by the ESC. I tried to stay a bit closer this time, but failed, as you saw, to the apex on that corner. I let go of the steering for a second. We are doing this without preheated brakes or engine. Let's brake for this corner. Not sure if that was quicker, I certainly kept closer to the inside. Better line through the chicane, but I forgot about this corner here. Well, it will have to do. Over the bridge, coming up to the right-hander that I completely screwed up last time. Let's brake a bit early, but it's better than completely screwing up the corner like I did last time. Keep it away from the cones. Brake for the right-hander. Probably didn't need to, but it means that I can keep forgetting about the shifts in this car because it's quiet. coming round the last corner. See if we can beat the last lap. Down. So, the Liar Rich did it in a 1:52.194. And that is going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already and you would like to, please like and subscribe. It helps me. I mean, I don't get much from it, but grow the channel, get more people, and see where we can go. So if you didn't like it, then don't. And thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.